Good morning, Minecrafters. This is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. We are back here live at the Viewer Honor Hall. Hope you guys had a good holiday over the weekend, good Easter. Sorry for Monday. I forgot I totally had to go for my annual checkup on Monday. And so I apologize for that, but we are back here. We are live. I was going to yesterday. There's a add-on you could do on PC for Bedrock. I forget the guy's name, the Minecrafter who made the mod. It's you use a armor stand, give the armor stand a banner, and then it'll show you a large sphere or globe of the area or radius that the mob spawning will occur. And I wanted to use that on the flying ship so I know if the creeper farm is right or not and the AFK spot is right. But I didn't do that yesterday, unfortunately. But today what I'm hoping on doing is the armor trim not armor trim, but the trim on the ship itself, on the blimp part of it. Hoping to do that. And before we get started with that, let's go over the National Day Calendar real quick. Check the audio. Alright, sounds good. And here we go. Let's see here. Whoop. I apparently lost it. Hold on. Here we go. So we're already in April, man. The year is already progressing. April 3rd. Today is National Film Score Day. So if you're into film score like John Williams for Star Wars, check that out. Today is National Find a Rainbow Day. This is Child Help National Day of Hope. That's pretty interesting. Let's see. Child Help National Day of Hope takes place each year during National Child Abuse Prevention Month. The first Wednesday in April is set aside to ask the country to make a lifelong commitment to join the fight to end child abuse and neglect. It doesn't say. Just trying to see when it was first. It says in 2000, a congressional resolution designated Child Help National Day of Hope to be observed on the first Wednesday of April each year. Yvonne Feddersen and Sarah Omiara of childhelp.org worked to bring this day and victims and its honors to light. So definitely respect and bring light to that on National Child Abuse Day. Child Help National Day of Hope, I should say. Excuse me. National Chocolate Mousse Day is today, and National Tweed Day. So if you're into tweed suits, today's the day. And National Walking Day, first Wednesday in April. Awesome. Yeah, National Walking Day. I highly give my hats off to that because that's what helped me stop cigarette smoking, was walking. I started smoking, I guess for over 30 years I smoked 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day for 30 years, since I was 17 until my mid-40s. And then my doctor was telling me that nicotine causes high cholesterol, and I used to be an over-the-road truck driver, so my cholesterol level and sugar levels were way out of control, so I was really scared. So I got into walking in the morning, and then I used a Nicoderm patch in the afternoon, and within a month I was able to quit. But I did try quitting twice before, so I knew what to expect. So don't feel bad if you're a smoker and you try quitting and you relapse, go back, because the more times you quit, the easier it gets to quit. So, but walking definitely helped. And now I got into jump roping. What else? I signed up to the Y, like I was just telling you guys. I signed up to the Y. So there they have an indoor pool, all kinds of good stuff. So get outside. I'm in here playing Minecraft, but definitely get outside and get into walking, man. And then once I quit smoking, I was able to quit the regular sugar. I went into stevia. Got into I used to, because I'm an adult, I used to drink like 2 bottles of beer a day. Gave that up. What else? just do like a lot of sugar-free stuff. I don't do anything with sugar in it. I read now. I read what's on the back of the contents of food, the sodium and the sugar content. I read that. I'm highly into protein, like the protein bars and shakes. Phenomenal. I highly recommend that stuff for you guys. If you're younger, just get into start reading what you're before you eat. Make sure the levels of calories. And there's stuff out there for apps on counting your calories and stuff too. So there's stuff out there for that as well. I don't remember putting this down. That's amazing. Okay. Take that. But we got to do the armor trim. So if you're curious what I'm talking about, oh, hold on. Got a chat here. Starshine October Love. Not to be rude, but how are you like 40? You sound like you're in your 20s or something. Thank you. Well, it's yeah, in my brain I'm 18, but I'm actually 56, so I'm pretty old. I could be somebody's grandfather. Yeah. Uh-huh. But anywho, I appreciate that. But that's what I was saying. I was really self-conscious when I first saw Minecraft come out in 2010 because I'm older and the graphics and everything looks like for someone who's like a younger person, and I just didn't think it was appropriate for someone my age to be playing. But I watched these guys. I used to play like well, I still do Call of Duty and these war game stuff, and these guys I watched on YouTube, what are their names? Neebs Gaming, and they got into it. They got into playing Minecraft for this one like month or whatever, for this one series, and I watched it. I'm like, oh my god, I could definitely play this. And there's so many levels to this game, and that happened back in 2019, and I've been hooked ever since. So yeah. But yeah, Starshine, welcome back. She's one of our followers on Twitch, and it says, well, you're always as young as you feel. I guess that's for sure. Yeah, that's for definitely sure. I'm a big believer in that. I was raised Catholic for since the time I was born until like mid 90s, and then I switched over to Buddhism, and that's a big thing with Buddhism is meditation and mindfulness, and not to get yourself trapped in concepts or like a predefined set of like path. You're not locked into this one way of thinking, and your personality and your body is not what defines you. It's what your mind defines you, and what your actions do is defines you. So getting into like meditation and Tai Chi and stuff, man, oh my god, it opened up a lot of doors and it helped me. I used to be an introvert. I used to when I was real younger, I used to in school, like grade school and stuff like that, because guys, where I grew up in South Jersey, if you stuck out like a sore thumb, you brought a lot of attention to yourself. And I have red hair. I stuck out really a lot, so I was a target as a little kid, and from bullies and stuff. And so I became an introvert, and it was hard. By the time I was 18, I was scared of everything. And I guess I went into the Coast Guard and stuff. That really helped me get over a lot of that. And then again in the mid 90s, I got into Buddhism and understanding that what your mind and fear tells you, it's really not the truth, and you shouldn't fall into that trap. And it's kind of like what they talk about in Star Wars, where your eyes can deceive you, kind of thing. Yeah, sometimes your own fears can make you believe stuff that's really not true, and you just have to meditate and calm down and breathe. And they always say the main thing they talk about in Buddhism is breathing. Without breathing, you're going to die. So just concentrate on your breathing. Make sure you're breathing. As long as you're breathing, everything else is gravy. So it sounds quip and a quick answer, but I'm kind of like, what do you call it, summarizing. So Starshine says, sorry, I was gone for quite a while. I was gone for holidays and didn't have time. Oh no, you're fine. That's why I post all these live streams up on YouTube, so you can watch whenever you want. No big deal. I appreciate it. What we're going to do is I'm going to put, because I have, it's hard to use dark oak. I guess I could, but I do have dark oak up there, but a lot of the ship is spruce. So let me just work with the spruce for now and see how that turns out. So what the idea is for the trim, if you go onto Google and look up the Enigma Man Steampunk Flying Ship Minecraft, you'll see the picture of the actual ship that I'm basing everything on with my ship. You'll see like a wood or a brown colored ribbon going around the blimp, and that's, I believe it's either dark oak or spruce, and that's what I'm going to try to put up there today. And I was really hoping to get to understand where the appropriate AFK spot is at, but I didn't do that yesterday, so it wouldn't have been on live stream anyway, because I can't stream from my PC. That's why I'm doing it from Xbox. But at least I could have did something really constructive with this farm. The farm kind of works, but not the way I wanted to. So. And if you're curious why I'm saving these leaves, I'm using a Silk Touch pickaxe, is because of a Christmas tree. A giant Christmas tree I'm building. So yeah, I hope everyone, how you been, Starshine? Everything's good? Any news? Anything new? It was funny yesterday because I was trying to do my taxes, and what was the other thing? Oh, my wash and all that, because I do Uber driving and all. God, lose my train of thought. On my Xbox, there's quite a few games, old games that I haven't updated. One of them was called Burnout Paradise from like 2000, I think it was like 2011, 2012, something like that. And Burnout 2, I think it is, and it's a cool like racing game that has like stunts and all kinds of stuff in there. It's really cool. I haven't played that in so many years. So I updated it yesterday, and while I was trying to do my taxes, I was doing that. It was so much fun. They got music playing in the background and stuff. That's the other thing I like about it, because they have music playing in the background. So I did that yesterday. GTA 5. I haven't played that in a long time. All kinds of good stuff in there. I'd like to get back into Halo. I do have the original Call of Duty and stuff too, that I would love to get back into as well, from like the 2007. Okay, let me make sure I put this back on right. So that, let me see here. I'm trying to see which way is right. So can't see. It's gotta go, I guess, that way. Yeah. It's gonna face that way, so I go like this. Nope, that's wrong. I got over zealot with the pickaxe, chopping those leaves. Darn it. So I have to be at that level. Let me see here. Okay, now I'm stuck. Let's see what Starshine says. Says, I'm good, just a little tired. How are you doing? Not too bad. I was telling everybody, I think like about a month ago or so, I signed up with our local YMCA, and like I was saying about the walking thing, I got into walking after I quit smoking, and it's a good way of uh, keeping yourself motivated. And I got away from it in the past year, so I signed up to the YMCA. So now I have no excuse. I gotta stick to the routine, and it's been good. It's been hard because I can tell you right now, man. I'm 56, and my body, boy, I feel it when I start working out and stuff. And I do one day of cardio and one day of like weights, not like extreme weights, but enough to I can feel it when I get done the workout. And it's been fun. I highly recommend it if you have like a treadmill, anything that makes you happy to do, like physically. Keep doing, because I was never an exercise nut, and especially when I was a trucker, you just eat, sleep, and drive. That's it. And I found out by the time I got into my late 40s, arthritis was setting in, and man, I'm telling you, that is not a fun place to be. And so it's literally true. I always was under the belief that as long as you ate properly and slept properly, that your body will be okay. And actually, we humans are designed to move. We're not designed to be lethargic and sit. And if you don't move every day a little bit, your body starts to figure out that, okay, I guess we're shutting down. I guess we don't, time to move on, kind of thing. And yeah, so you have to keep your body, let your body know that, hey, no, I'm still here, and I'm still, I got stuff I want to do, so don't give up on me yet. So as long as you put in a couple of steps a day, get like a pedometer, or even on your phone apps, you have a pedometer and stuff, and it'll tell you how many steps you did in a day. And then there's a calorie counter too. You can get downloaded on your phone apps, so you can the food you eat, you can take a picture of, and it'll tell you how many calories that you get. And you can basically, you have to, I think there's a YouTube video or whatever that'll give you a breakdown of exercising versus calorie intake, stuff like that. It's kind of like what Weight Watchers do, is like counting your calories type of thing. And depending on what you do is what you're pretty much allowed to eat or whatever. But I mean, originally, before there were cities and automatic machines and everything else, and we had to fend for ourselves in the wild, it wasn't necessary because everything was hand in hand. But now, since everything's automated, we don't do what we were evolved to do, and so there's a so there's a little bit of conflict, but there's ways of getting around it, and or what they call life hacks, and you can still, you still get around it and be mobile, just with a few simple steps. And that's why I was into Buddhism and stuff, because it gives you something about, it's like the Dalai Lama, I think, wrote a book called Happiness or something like that. Let me look this up. Hold on for a second. Dalai Lama book, The Art of Happiness, I think it is. Yeah, The Art of Happiness. And there's a guy on YouTube called Repenache. Hold on. YouTube, Repenache Tibetan monk. Yangye Mingyur Rinpoche. So it's Mingyur Rinpoche, Rinpoche, Yangye, Yongey. He's on YouTube. He's got a YouTube channel. He's fantastic. Really good motivator. Starshine says, what's a YMCA? I think it's young. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look this up. Acronym for YMCA. Young Men's Christian Association. I believe that's what that stands for, but it's really a gym. It's a local community gym. But in inner cities and what have you, It's almost like it's set up if you need a place to stay. Years ago, maybe 50 years ago or so, in inner cities, YMCA's had a place where you could actually had beds and stuff if you needed, if you didn't have a place to stay at night or whatever, they had rooms. It's not like that today. Today it's like a modern gym, and it's cheaper than allegedly it's cheaper than most gyms. But the YMCA I go to has a pool, and so it's a little bit more expensive than a Planet Fitness. But it's cool though because I used to be in the Coast Guard, so I love the water. I live in Florida, but I ran into a little bit of an issue. My skin is very light, and about my third or fourth year living here, I contracted basal cell carcinoma. So I can't be exposed to sunlight during midday, and that's pretty much the time you go swimming. And yeah, so but it's not bad in the wintertime. It's the summer between the hours of 10 and 2. I can't be out in direct sunlight. The basal cell carcinoma, it's a form of skin cancer. It's benign. It won't kill you, but it pretty much eats your skin away if you don't get the tumors removed. And then you have to get restitched up. But the sun here in Florida is very deadly during the summertime, and I didn't really know that. I didn't realize that, and I paid the price for it. So, but it's okay. You just readjust. That's all. No problem. You got it, Starshine. She said thanks for explaining YMCA. There was a song back in the '70s, man. Look it up on YouTube. YMCA by the Village People. I was at the pool. They have because I try to go there early, and they have for seniors a thing in the pool where you can do like a workout in the pool. Like it's almost like cardio. And the lady who does it was playing YMCA on the music in the background. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. But yeah. I'm going to try to get maybe another couple stacks if I can, because that blimp I have is pretty big. Starshine says, I know the song, but I never understood what it meant. Now you do. Now you do. I used to love it as a kid. I forget what year in the '70s it came out, but man, and then there was it was during the disco era, so there was a whole dance to it and all. Yeah, actually, if you look it up on YouTube, they have a whole video of the Village People doing it. There's a way of setting up your hands and stuff to make the shape of a YMCA. It's really funny. But yeah, when I was a little kid, I thought, oh man, this is, it's just a lot of fun and stuff. Then after a while, you watch it and there's like, what do you call that? There's connotations involved with it, because at that time it was, it was a different time. But yeah. I'll leave that as it may. But yeah. So the other thing too was my original world of Minecraft, I have a clock tower, so I was trying to mess with it's called calibrated skulk sensor, and that way it's like wireless redstone. I'm trying to figure out, because excuse me, hold on. It's activated by sound, so I have to figure out on a timer how to make certain sounds happen so that it would activate the sensors, and I'm really kind of stumped on how to do that. I'm gonna have to experiment with that because I really want the clock tower to work. the way I was trying to make it's a giant clock tower. If you go to Skippy6 on YouTube, look up Minecraft clock by Skippy6, and he's doing it from another Minecrafter. It's a very compact, it's almost the size like this, the width of this little room here. It's about that's how big the clock is, and it uses redstone lamps like this lamp here. And so it's based on the timer of Minecraft ticks, and I think it was 120, and that would equate 1 hour or something like that. I forget. And then after after you go through a whole series of 120 clicks or whatever, then you would light up another redstone lamp. And if you make it bigger, which I did, you can't just like one torch is not going to light up a whole mess of lamps at once. So you need to have like 4 torches for for 4 lamps or something like that. And it was hard to line up wiring for that. So when they came out with the Sculk sensor, I'm like, oh my god, that's wireless redstone. I don't have to worry about it. And now I realize what a calibrated Sculk sensor does. It's activated by sound. Now you have to figure out how to get sound to be produced at a certain time interval so that the lamp is lit for that particular hour. Starshine says, kind of sounds like a kid's song we used to sing all the time. We used to form the letters of the song with our body. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep. It was a disco era at that time, and everybody did all types of form of dancing back then. And yeah, it was. And then it became like just like today's memes. It was like a meme for the 70s. If you started to hear that song, you start doing the the shapes. Almost like we call that the chicken song kind of thing. Yeah. But they were an interesting times, that's for sure. Oh, so yeah, I have to post on my Instagram for Big Red 1967. I made, because I used to be a musician too. Well, I am a musician, but I haven't been playing recently. And so I made a music workstation, and I was trying to set up an art cabinet so I can put all my art supplies in it. And I finally did that over the weekend, and I'm like, give myself a little pat on the back because I've been putting that off for over a year. And I had the scraps of wood in my bedroom. And I'm like, when am I ever going to do this? And I finally just went ahead. I live in an apartment, so it's not like I can do carpentry every day here. And it's not a huge project, but I don't want to bother anybody for the circular saw. So my neighbors had guests over and stuff with kids, and it was pretty loud. And there were kids out in the pool, so I'm sure they wouldn't hear me. It wouldn't bother them whatever I was doing, so I went ahead and did it. So I finally got the cabinet done. It's not finished. I got to put drawers in it yet. So, but at least the frame, the outside of it's built. And the other issue too is money. It's not cheap. Lumber's not cheap, and you gotta kind of, depending on what you want to build, you gotta plan it out. And Home Depot has a lot of like discarded wood section that's like discounted, and you can still make a decent project with what they offer for the price. So that's what I've been doing, and that's why a lot of my projects don't finish right away. Starshine says, oh no, okay, we're all caught up with Starshine. She did her say. So, and the other thing too, the other reason why I went to the YMCA is so that way, because the reason why I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for Minecraft is so I can do art on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and I haven't. And I've just been lazy. In the days I should be doing my art, I haven't been doing nothing. So I figured if I do the YMCA, I have to get up early to do it. That'll make sure that I'll stick to a schedule, and I will do the art every day. But unfortunately, When I get back from the gym, I am so sore. I can't move, and I shouldn't overdo it. You know, there's a proper way of doing it where you can still function, but it's not too bad. But I'm hoping by doing this that it'll be quicker for me to uh, get caught up with my stamina and energy level and all that. So it's coming together, and I enjoy it. I kind of That's why I guess I was addicted to smokes. I have an addictive personality. I tend to overdo things. So, um, but yeah. Oh, so the other idea I had too was there's a local flea market. I shouldn't say flea market, but it's a farmers market that vendors from local people from the area sell their whatever they sell, like vegetables or crafts, art and crafts, um, comic books, all kinds of stuff there. And what I'm hoping to do, my mom does oil painting and watercolors. I sketch. And my ultimate goal is to eventually do comic book conventions. I've never did that before. So at that farmer's market, to be a vendor, it's like $38 to rent a booth. So I'm kind of ramping up to do that. I need to get it's by Square. It's a device that hooks to your phone, so if people purchase something from you, it's a point of sale device. It's about a couple of inches wide and long. It attaches to your phone, or it connects to your phone, and then when they tap their credit card to that device, you make a sale on your phone, and it goes to your bank account, something like that, and inventory. So I'm hoping to sell my mom's for my mom her paintings, and I like to sell my stuff there too. So I'm trying to ramp up to start doing that. Starshine says, sounds cool. What instrument do you play? Piano, guitar, bass, drums, like a pan flute, harmonica. I sing, not 100% perfect, but I sing. Yeah, I was when I was a kid. I went for guitar lessons. I really got into it. My dad was a drummer. I just never knew my dad. My mom did, and she used to tell me stories about what he did. So I kind of got it from both sides. My dad was a musician, a drummer, and my mom was an artist. So I kind of get it from both sides. And my grandfather, my mom's father, was a electronics engineer. So maybe that's where I get the tech side of me from too. But yeah. Starshine says, wow, you do so much, I gave up on it after a few years. Well, YouTube now, years ago, you would have to either do it on your own, or you have to find a teacher or a music shop. Now, it's all electronic. You can go online, man. There's apps. It makes it so much easier now, and then you can actually play with other people online. It's a lot more fun. It's just getting into it. It's like jumping into a cold pool. Go on YouTube, look up whatever instrument you want to start playing, or beginning to play, or whatever. Understand? Go on YouTube, look it up, and there's a gazillion opportunities to start. And you don't have to, if you live in an apartment, you can do it digitally where your neighbors can't hear you playing. So it's all on headphones. So there's tons of ways around it. You just have to use the old imagination, and it can happen. If you want it to happen, it'll happen. You just gotta step towards it. I forget what movie I heard that from, but fortune favors the bold. That's what I heard. But yeah, anything in life worth doing is going to be scary. That's how you know that it's worth doing. And once you do it, you feel really good about yourself. And confidence builds on confidence. That's what you have to remember. And also, the thing I heard too is it's not the destination but the journey. It doesn't matter if if you're successful or if you do it right. It's just the experience of doing it. That's what you're really doing, or looking for, or searching for, is the experience, not the final product. Starshine says, true, I'd probably try if I find time and motivation. And that's the other thing too. You gotta be careful of the old mindsets where your mind tells you, I'll get to, like I did with this cabinet thing. I'll get to it when I can, or whatever. But or when I was walking and stuff too, because sometimes I would wake up in the morning and I'll be like, man, because I would go a half hour, because here in Florida in the summertime it's extremely hot, so I would have to get up before the sun comes up in order to walk without being, in the heat. And sometimes I would wake up, I'm like, I am not doing this, I am not going out there. And you just have to decide, well, that's the same thing I've been saying months and days prior to that. So you have to make a choice. Either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. Even with, like in Star Wars, like Yoda says, there's only try, there's no do, there's only try. I mean, wait a minute, I got that backwards. There's no tries, only do. So you either do it or you don't. But I'm also a believer too that, you have to want to do it. And sometimes you think it's just that you're not in the mood. It's just that it's the fear of, like, I don't want to go through. You kind of think, you assume what you're going to go through, but you'd be surprised. Like when I got out and start walking, I was thankful that I made the decision just to get up and get out there. And sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a little bit of, leaping before looking kind of thing. Trying to think, there was another little comparison to make. Like, as long as it's not gonna harm you or anything like that, and you're not losing anything by doing it. Sometimes you just gotta say, because if you keep coming across that same frustration over and over again, you just have to say to yourself, well, I've already said I'm not going to bother doing this a million times before. What's my excuse today? Why not just try it? What do I got to lose? Because I can just go back to bed another, any other time. So for one time, for one attempt, just try it. What was it? I think it was Graham Bell or something like that. A guy who invented the light bulb, or Edison. Edison invented the light bulb. He said he didn't invent the light bulb. He found 1,000 ways of how not to make a light bulb work. So that's how you got to look at it, pretty much. You got to kind of fake your brain out. Another way, like artists, I'm a big, because I know this for a fact, procrastination, and artists. For the most part, to sit down and start drawing, in the beginning, you really want to do it all the time, and then there comes a day you're like, I'm not doing it today, and then you blow it off, and then it keeps getting easier to say, I'm not doing it today. I don't feel like it, and then with that, before you know it, it's like a month and you're not drawing. The same thing with music too, like being a musician. So what artists do, that I've been watching a lot of guys on YouTube talk about, is you set up a little space, make it so inviting that you want to do art, and also only do it for like 30. There's a guy named Mark Kistler. He has it for 30 seconds a day. Well, that's ridiculous because you can do more. You can only do so much in 30 seconds. But that's the idea, is to fake your brain out just to sit down, just to get you to think that you're going to do it. And once you start making the motions, before you know it, you're drawing. And it's the same with anything you do in life. You just got to fake yourself out, fake your brain out, make it inviting instead of like coming up with ways of not to do it. You know, they also do. There's a thing of writing pros and cons, or what is it, blessings and something. But thankfulness, like what you're thankful for. And if you make a list of what you're thankful for, you start to realize that stuff that's telling you to procrastinate, it's just made up in your head. It's like excuses, and you'll find out. And the walking thing, because you get outside, and once you get outside and you get out of that little space that you're in, I'm telling you, man, it just opens up possibilities, and you start thinking and stuff. Your imagination takes over, and one thing before you know it links to another thing. Motivation. It all comes down to motivation. Starshine says, "True. I'd probably try if I find." Oh yeah, I think you already said that. Sorry, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. I watch a lot of artists on YouTube. That inspires me. There's tons of and sleep. Sleep's a big thing too. If you don't get enough sleep, that's a detriment to motivation as well. Your diet, your sleep, all that stuff, man, and exercise. It seems like a cliche, but after what I went through, I'm a big believer in it now. I now understand that there's a reason why they say that. That people motivate you to do stuff properly. There's a reason behind it. Now I understand. And when you're young, it doesn't seem like that. It's like, there's no need for it. There's no time for it. But honestly, yeah, you gotta give a little time for yourself. It's like a snowball effect. If you don't, it'll start. Like I notice when I start gaining weight and stuff. Oh, and then you're trying to get it off, man. Yeah. So if you stay with that mindset, if you keep a good mindset and routine, don't have to make it real difficult. Make it simple. And the shocking thing of it is, you only have to do it for a half hour a day. That's it. Half hour is nothing. You do a half hour a day, and it's like saving money. $1 a day. My grandfather always told me, at every paycheck, put either $1 to $100 into the bank when I start for my very first job. And he said, if you do that by the time in your 50s, you'll be able to buy a house. And I did the calculations, and he was right. I would have over $200,000 by the time I was in my 50s. I would be able to afford a house, and I never listened to him. And now I'm in debt. I'm worried about which credit card had the lowest APRs or interest rates so I could pay off my debt. But yeah, he was a very wise man, and he was my mom's dad. Starshine says, I think you're right. I'll try that. Maybe I'll finally start with all the things I want to do then. That's the thing. That's the crux of the whole talk right there, is that just like when I quit smoking, all the stuff I connected with smoking, it was easy to give up once I gave up the cigarettes. So I used to be a computer programmer and like a troubleshooter, and that's the thing. Whenever you're trying, I guess if you're a mechanic, it's the same thing for mechanic. If you're ever trying to find out what a problem is, it's what they call systemic, which basically means one thing links to another. And like if you're trying to untie or unmangle like Christmas lights, if you're trying to unmangle Christmas lights, you know how crazy and nuts that is, and you say to yourself, oh my god, there is no way I'm ever going to get these lights unstrung. And you find out after a couple of kinks and a couple of little easy spots that were knotted together. Once you undo that, the whole thing unravels. It's the same thing with a problem or motivation. Once you find the one thing, which you'll find in the end is yourself. Because it is true. It's frustrating. Frustration, who wants to go through that? That's crazy. But at the same time, when the stuff works, you forget how good it feels when the stuff works, and when you accomplish something. So, it is good sometimes on a Sunday when it's rainy and stuff to pull the covers over your head and say, yeah. But you got a whole lifetime. Human beings now can live up to about 100 years old. So think of all the stuff you can accomplish in that time. And if something is preventing you from doing whatever you want to do, you just, put yourself in a spot or an area that allows you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So yeah. And there's a lot of things that you can accomplish too. I'm trying to think. There's back in the 90s, I was, Oprah Winfrey, of course, but there was a guy named Deepak Chopra. He was a good motivator. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember that guy's name. He's got a really big smile. I can't think of his name. I'm just drawing a blank. Tony Robbins, and a whole mess of other guys. It basically comes down to, it's a psychological thing. Human beings, want pleasure, and pleasure more than frustration, and what you have to do is just get over that mindset, and just little tiny things, just like untangling Christmas lights, will get you over that and get you into a proper routine. And once you're into that routine, man, you're going 100% instead of, you'll be going forward instead of backwards. That's what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like Minecraft. Well, you guys saw me build this blimp for over almost 2 months, and so, a lot of times, like, I'm building this thing, I'm like, oh my God, I do not want to be doing this again today. I would rather be exploring, finding other areas, villages, or whatever. But yeah, I have to, it'll turn, once it's finished, you can do so much with it. Now we have such a huge, now this blimp thing is so big, I can put a whole mess of farms inside of it, which is really cool. And now with the decoration, you'll see what it's the potential. So what I'm going to do is once I get this finished right here, I'm getting enough stack off of this one right here, we'll go up top, and then I will start to trim the outside of it. These are linked, if you saw in the center of the ship, like this pipeline that went from the top down. I have to make 2 more of those, and this is what the wood will be connected to. And if you go to Google's the Enigma Man Steampunk flying ship, you'll see what it looks like, what he did with it. So there's a lot of possibilities. You can put propellers on it. It's not going to actually work. It's all for looks, but yeah. So the other thing, when I was a kid, that's why I'm fascinated with Minecraft. When I was a kid, I was into model trains and models, building models and stuff. So in a way, this is like an actual living model that I'm participating in. So it's kind of blowing my mind as I'm doing this. Because as a kid, you would buy these kits, these model kits, and you just get glue, and you see what it's supposed to look like, and you just put the pieces together. And it's a lot of fun putting it together, and then once it's done, you're like, what's that, like post-mortem? It's like, now you're kind of depressed because it's over, and you have to find another model. But with Minecraft, man, it's, never ending. There's all kinds of possibilities. So that's why I like this game. And the sounds and stuff too. It'd be nice if they can start adding, like Mojang can add nature sounds outside. That would be really cool. You can do that now if you play on PC. You can do an add-on that you can have nature sounds in the background when you're outside. That's really cool. Yeah, eventually I'm going to set up a way to blow up this wall of wood so I don't have to chop it like I'm doing. If you go to Silent Whispers, it's called the Ghast, Ghast 9000. So go to Silent Whispers YouTube channel, look up Ghast 9000, and you'll see his way of automatically blowing up this wall of wood. He uses gas from the nether. It's amazing. I build it in my original world, but you have to build it in an area that's cold because he uses snow golems to cause the gas to shoot those fire charges or whatever, and it's really cool. And it's all automated, so all he has to do is grow the trees, and the machine does the rest. It's really cool. All right, I'm gonna put these leaves in there. I'm gonna gather up this wood, and I'll show you what to do. What I'm gonna do with this trim. Let me put this down here. Oop, here. Put this in here. The glow berries are for the inside of the blimp, so that mobs don't spawn. It's kind of dark in there, so I have to do that yet too. Cool thing with the glow berries is once you get them growing, you can get more berries from the actual initial vine you put down. All right, let me grab some more chicken up top, and then we'll get our trim on the flying ship. I was worried that it was nighttime, but actually it's daytime. If you haven't been here before, Starshine, this is my super smelter. So you get like 64 furnaces, 32 on either side. And this is by Shulkercraft. If you go on YouTube, look up Shulkercraft super smelter, and you'll see it. That's where the lava, I use the lava for the fuel for the furnaces and all that. Let me go up here. This is supposed to be my version of Iron Forge in World of Warcraft. I guess I have to go up a little higher so you can see it. So, if you ever played World of Warcraft, there's an area in a mountain called Iron Forge. So they have like buildings built into the side of the walls of this tunnel, and there's a river of lava underneath. So that's what I'm going to be building here. I got started on that flying ship, took me away from this, so hopefully. See, there's another excuse. It's really what comes down to what you want to do, I guess. You have to get at motivation for yourself. You have to be your own motivator. The better you can motivate yourself, the better, more stuff you can accomplish. Now, having said all that, I was up with on Mark Kistler on YouTube. He's an artist, a cartoonist, and he does an everyday challenge, art challenge every day. Kistler, Mark Kistler, and I was doing that with him every day, and then I'd start doing this YMCA thing, and I kind of fell backwards, and I haven't been doing it, and I need to get back into doing that too, because for an artist, or it's just like a musician, you got to practice, and it's good practice. It all comes down to getting really fluent with your drawing, and we call that spatial relationships. Getting used to how 3D space and all that. This is, if you haven't been here before, oh, I guess she left. But if you guys haven't been here before, this is my tavern. So we have chicken down here, feathers from our chicken cooker, and jukebox. The feathers is, we have archaeology now, so you need feathers for dusting, and what else? Trading with the arrow guy, which is your Fletcher. There's the building. I gotta add a lot more to it. I have to have tables and stuff in here. Once I have this area like fenced off, then villager proof, then I'll have more villagers here. But for now, I can't let these guys just wander around, or they'll turn into zombie villagers eventually. But yeah, this has to be like fenced off so I can add more villagers here. But that's the tavern. That's the viewer honor hall, and there's the flying ship right up there. And this area over here is going to be the storage facility. I got to add towers over there. And that bridge goes over to another village over on that side, and ancient cities over there. But we're going to put that trim on that blimp. So let me fly up there. We can start adding the wood. Oh, you know something? I didn't get the stone. What I was going to do is use stone like the center portion. See how these columns are here? It's supposed to go up to the top and then wrap around. But since this is stone, because this is the chute where the ooh, it's dark. This is the chute where the mobs fall down. I could cover it in wood, you know, like spruce and stuff, but you can see how much time it involved with getting the wood. So what I can do is just make the other two columns stone as well, and then the outer trim I could do it in wood or spruce. So I need to go back down and get my stone. I have a lot of stone. I have lots of stone right now, so I can do that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to fix my PC real quick, and then we'll continue. Alright guys, let me check the volume. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is go grab some stone. I have a few blocks of stone. I should have got it before I left the smelter area. And we'll use that for the columns. And what I'm thinking is, just as we have that center column as a chute for the mobs, because I might be making a couple of more mob farms, I could do the same thing for the other columns. Turn them into chutes as well. I don't have the farms right now, but at least I can set up the column so it looks kind of decent. Boy, are you telling me that stone just fell all the way down that way? Where did that stone go? if you're curious what this thing is in front of me, it's a dripstone farm. So the dripstone, when it grows in front of the observers, it activates the pistons, which break them off, and they go are collected in here, as you can see right there. But I have a lot of stone. I didn't have a lot of place. I was digging this place out inside here, so I was storing a lot of the stone in here. I'm going to mute this, guys, until I get what I need. So the thing of it is here, because the blimp is so it's a little big. This is pretty centered. I like how this works out. This is pretty centered. But these are too close. These columns are too close. I don't want to go too far away. So like maybe here, like right here. And the idea is just like how these are set up, so there's a one block gap in the center. That's how I want to make these, so that way when I do make the mob farm, I can connect the mob farm to these columns. I know I should do it the other way around, but my motivation for making a mob farm today is like nil. I would rather decorate this place a little more than I have. So how I'm going to do that is just set up a gap like that. That way the mobs can slide down. This should be the center. And again, the reason why I have this column here is so that this is a general mob farm for any mobs, and this is only for creepers, this one column. So when the creepers are stuck in here, I can close this piston so they get trapped right there on this level, and hopefully a skeleton will come down. And if I'm over here fishing, the creeper sees me and the skeleton sees me. He'll try. You see how one of them just dropped? The skeleton will try to shoot me and hit the creeper instead. And then when he kills the creeper, you get music discs and gunpowder. So this level is the music disc farm and gunpowder farm. If I let the pistons open up, let them go all the way down, they're collected here. This is the charged creeper farm. So that way, when the creepers and the mobs get all trapped in this one, like right there, see? I guess I have the pistons open. And if lightning was here, I originally hoped to have the channeling trident hit the rod here, and that would have been it. That rod right there, and it would have been it. But apparently, you have to be a little bit lower for lightning to attract lightning. So I might have to send these guys all the way down to the ground in order for this lightning rods to work. Once the creepers are charged, you use a flint and steel. They'll explode like a bomb, and then you'll get mob heads. I really don't have a need for that, but if you want to make banner patterns, yeah, you need to have mob heads to have. It's kind of weird, kind of bizarre, but if you want to make a pattern, you need the mob head. It's a thing I found out during Halloween when I tried to make mob head banners. So, but yeah, so that's the idea. And so what I'm hoping to do maybe is make more creeper farms, like over here, and another one over there. But you have to be like 24 blocks in relation to the farm in order for the mobs to spawn. That's why there's a thing on the PC side of it that you can do an add-on, so you can finally see where the AFK spot is properly placed. And I gotta once I do that, I'll post maybe a video on how to do it, but I haven't done it yet. And that way, that's why I have the fishing farm like right here, so that in theory, they would have kept dropping down as I was fishing here, and then this farm will work, and this farm will work, because you got to be close to these farms in order for them to work, and get XP. And I think it's working. I'm hearing more guys drop down. Let me see. That's pretty good, because I didn't even go up top. But see, there should be more mobs, not just 2 of them. There should be a lot more than just 2. So, and then this area in here is going to be storage, just like I have in my base. So I would have like chests all through here, separating all the different types of drops you get from the farm. I just pulled that bed up. So whoever is here, welcome to the stream. Glad you guys stopped by. For those watching this on YouTube later on, and you're wondering who am I talking to, I'm live streaming from Twitch, but you can't see the chat on my screen because I'm not using OBS. I'm using my Xbox, but I have my phone open up and I can see. Well, I have a little thing on my screen. It shows me how many people are watching, and my chat box is open on my phone. So that's who I'm talking to, guys. If you're ever wondering who I'm talking to, that's who I'm talking to. So where was I? I got to put those stone columns up. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is, because these, I would have to be close to this area here, so I would have to make maybe a fishing farm on every column or whatever. I don't know. And that's the cool thing about it. Like, I noticed that with Aquatica, as you start walking through the area, like walking by, you'll activate each farm. So just by being here, you'll activate it too, which is kind of cool. And it's what do you call it, aesthetically pleasing. It's like an art piece as well. It looks nice from the ground. It looks really interesting. So it's functional and it's art. How do you like that? 2 for 1. Let's see if we can build this all the way to the top. I'll show you what will happen when we get to the top. I'm going to well, no, I don't have to mute it, because you guys are not going to hear a lot of clicking. Oops, that's not good. There you go. It'll be fine. I was going to say it's dark in there, but it'll be fine. So yeah, it's Wednesday. It's April 3rd. We're into April now. I know there was a lot of April Fool's stuff. Yes, Monday. I heard Call of Duty had some interesting things going on. I didn't check it out. I got to check out the video for Monday. Minecraft had posted a couple of April Fool. They always do that every year, of fake updates, and I think this year was the potato. The potato, and what else? Something else they had talked about too. I forget what it was, but yeah. You gotta love April Fool's Day. Another interesting thing happened. I was at the store, grocery store, a couple of days ago or over the weekend, and I'm a big because I want to become a freelance digital artist and traditional artist and stuff too. But I do caricatures, and if you ever read Mad Magazine or Cracked, uh, it's satirical cartoons, and I thought that Mad Magazine went out of business. I thought maybe a year or so ago, and I was at the grocery store on a weekend, and I saw a new Mad Magazine edition just published. It was a big, thick one too, and they had Lord of the Rings in there. It was really cool. And my friends, when I was a kid in grade school, we used to laugh like crazy. Our teacher used to get in trouble with the teacher because we used to make each other laugh by showing each other pictures during class, and we would be, laughing hysterically over it. But yeah. All right. So my thinking is, I hope I cut the right. Maybe I didn't cut the right. Oh well. Once we get to that level, we have to add the wood to it. So that's going to be interesting. So let's see what happens. I think I'm out of... it'll fall to... let's see. Let me swap this. Darn it. There we go. So I can not lose the snow. Put all that in here. Should put some of that stone in there too, because I don't need all that stone for right now. I'm running out of space. Alright, come down here. There we go. Sorry for the clicking. It's my Xbox controller. Yeah. Hopefully there's no mobs up here. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is the inside of the blimp. So I can actually, there's the farms right there. Creeper farm and the regular mob farm. So I can actually add, wow, this is pretty close. It's pretty close. But if I go too far out, there's not enough space down below. The blimp goes out further, but the ship doesn't. I could, I could actually make the farm over here and then have it spill out onto this chute here. But the thing of it is, like, you have to be like, I don't know. I'm talking out my butt, sorry. Making things up as I go along. Let me check the audio. Alright. I want to do the wood trim. So let's see. We might, it's a big blimp, so I don't know if the amount of wood that I have will be enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Don't know until you try. I'm gonna put these bones over here because this is all snow. This is mixed media or medium. There you go. Alright, I need the wood. Let's see how this turns out. I want the wood to be visible, to go out. I don't know. Let's try like this. Right, and then just work this out this way. Like this. Since this blimp is so big, I might have to make, make this thicker. This, like I guess you call them straps or whatever. You have to be thicker, I guess. I don't know. It's going to be, because the size of this blimp, to see this thing is going to be kind of thin. But let's just try it out and see what happens. We're going to follow the pattern here. Oop, that was wrong. Let's see if I can pick that up without it falling. Darn it. It's gonna go all the way down, isn't it? Yep. Alright, so what you do is go up here like that. And one more time, and then over like that. Up and out. Now see, we don't need this because that covers, that one on the outside covers it, so we don't really need that. Or this, let me see. Yeah, I guess we do need that. Alright. Now you just keep going all the way around. I'm gonna go get that wood. I don't want to lose it. That's expensive. Very, very, very expensive to me as far as labor cost. Labor intensive. And the snow too, you know. Get my boot. Because it's springtime. That's the thing. Ever since I've been playing Minecraft, the colors of this grass, I do not know why. And the blue sky, it always reminds me of Easter. Every time I play Minecraft, it reminds me of springtime. It's crazy. I guess because back in the day when we had like Easter baskets with that fake grass, the color of this grass reminds me of that fake grass in these Easter baskets. It's so crazy. And the pink, like the pink flowers, oh my god. So every time I come down here, I really want to go over there and make those windmills for the flower farm. I really want to make those. Let's take a look to see it. It's going to be hard to see it because it's dark under here. But let's see what we can see. Oh wait, this is the wrong side. I gotta get a lot of copper because Enigma Man made it the trim on the outside of the ship with copper, like copper chains. See how it's dark? I could light it up so that you could see it. See the belt coming out? And it's supposed to go all the way around. If you look at Enigma Man's boat, you can see how thick it looks. He does like the inner side of the blimp with a different color too. It's kind of neat. But see, that's kind of cool. I can always add to it. It's just for, it's not functional. It's just for, well, it's supposedly functional. It's supposed to get attached the blimp to the ship, but it's really for decoration. I can always add to it. I really don't have to sleep because I have enough lighting here, but I don't know. The way my luck runs, I don't want a creeper come up alongside of me and blow up. It's gonna look nice. I guess I was hoping to make like a clock tower, like a clock face on the side of the blimp. I gotta find a room for it. Let me check the audio. Okay. Yeah. As we do this, ideas will pop in my head. You guys, hey, feel free to comment like what you think you would like to see too. Yeah, this I'm gonna probably take this away. That's a good idea. I could use the wood. Shoot. Okay. Guess I can put the torches here. Make the snow. Alright, and then put the torches over here maybe. It's been a thing lately. It's a glitch. When I select the hotbar, it doesn't want to stay. Whatever item I put in there. I guess we can heck, while we're here, let's just do this side too. Alright, so the original post was here, and we skipped 2 right there, and then over 2. Oh, I don't have the stone on me. here and then over to right here. Here's the charged skulk sensors if you haven't seen it before. Different sounds activate. So putting it down activates that one. Picking it up activates that one, that sound. So if you want wireless redstone, you have to find a way of duplicating that sound without you actually making the sound. That's the trick. That's the trick behind wireless redstone. I don't have any holes up there to get up there, so I guess we're going to have to take the long way around. There we go. You can watch the creepers come down. It should work. Unless there's a spider. That's the problem with this type of chute. Spiders sometimes get trapped in there and it blocks the creepers from coming down. Alright, let's stay focused. Sorry. And I guess since we're up here, I have to keep going with the wood. What we got? What we got? Let's put the snow in here. Pick these up. Stay focused. I'm like a dog with a squirrel. Squirrel! Okay. I guess I can just go like that. Nobody's going to see it from the outside this high up. They'll just see the texture of the wood. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, if you wanted to go a certain direction, you just have to, like, put a block there. If you want it to face, like, the ends facing out, do it like that, and then you just click here, and then it would face out. That's how you could do it. I'm just trying to follow the pattern that I set up. So then I guess I can just go straight up and over. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? I'm not thinking. Yeah, it's not going to stick out because it's blending into the snow. I should have had it go down like I have here. I'm blending it in. Oh, my brain. I knew I wasn't doing something right. Okay, what I'm trying to say is not supposed to go in line with the snow. It's supposed to be outside, like wrapping around the outside. Oh, I don't know. This is going to be interesting how I do this. All right. See how that blends in? I don't want it blending in. Because everything is flat in Minecraft, it's boxy, square, blocky, and if you put things in line with one another, then it's too flat. It doesn't. Yeah, it's too flat. It doesn't have depth. So what you have to, the whole trick of Minecraft construct. Ooh, that's too far. Minecraft construction is not flattening it next to each other, but like catty corner, kind of like, it's hard to explain, like alongside instead of up against, I suppose. My English. Oh my god. There you go, like that. That's how you can make your Minecraft construction look more 3D, three-dimensional, by doing exactly like this. Not blending it in alongside of one another, unless you're making a wall. But even walls can make it look more three-dimensional by putting them like diagonally next to each other. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I'm crouched. Wow. That little sinking feeling in my belly just occurred. There we go. Yeah, I guess I don't have to knock out. Well, yeah, I don't have to worry about it until I get to the top. Now you understand. Actually, this is not spruce. This is dark oak, but who cares? At this point, really, you know, it kind of looks the same. Texture is all. It all comes down to texture, right? Now I could do the same thing I did to the other side and just work my way up. But let's just take a look at it and see what it looks like. See how thin that is compared to the size of that. It looks like a string. Looks like a little tiny string holding that. Also, the columns could be wider, but I got to be careful, because if I make it too wide, then it's going to be unproportional. But it's kind of like what Enigma Man did. And when I do the other side over here, and then that center, see that center, I could put a clock face in that would be lit up by like a redstone lamps. I guess we shall see. That's the fun of doing it. You just don't know until it's finished. You know, you hope it's going to turn out a certain way, but until it's done, you really don't know. That's the fun of it. It's which side? I am so lost. Yeah. And then we just go out the other way. Be careful not to fall down that hole. Let's see if I put some snow in there. Oop. Yeah, I don't need to fall down that chute. That would not be good. That would be a bad thing. That's for mobs and not for me. Thank you. Alright, we just keep going out this way. Oh, it's nighttime. So Starshine says that sounds kind of complicated. What sounds complicated, Starshine? maybe I'm too far behind in your statement, but yeah. My grandfather always said, "There's no such word as can't. It's not. It should not be in a dictionary." Just like what Yoda says, there's only do. There is no try. Oops, that's not good. I should go down there and double check to make sure I got everything picked up. But I can always make more, and I'm wasting time. Let's see what time it is. No, we're doing good. It's 11:33. I got to do my Ubering today, so I got to keep an eye on the time. Probably about like 1:30 Eastern is when I call it quits. This is okay. Looks a little dark, but it's okay. Starshine says, "I mean the thing with the redstone and the sounds." Oh yeah, the calibrated skulk sensor. Yeah, I know. Um, I got to play with that idea. I've been trying to find any tutorials on YouTube about it, and I've seen how it works. I haven't seen anybody use it. I have an idea. Like, you can do a lot with dispensers and pistons, and they make sounds, and you can activate them by redstone. So that could be ways of activating the skulk sensor, but it's kind of limited. You can only do so much with the pistons and dispensers because you get 15, pretty much 15. You can string the sensors in a row of 15, or I should say 16, 0 to 15, so it's like 16 technically, and they'll work fine. And I'm sure you could string them further out by using more repeaters, but the idea is the same. It's always the zero power sensor is activated only by this sound, and the 15th is only activated by this sound. So if you extend it, let's say to 17, it would technically be 0 again, or something like that, or 16 would be 0, and then 17 would be the 1. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, it sounds kind of ridiculous, but it just repeats. That pattern repeats every 15 or 16 blocks. The same pattern repeats with those same sounds. And you're probably saying, well, how would that work? How would you would have to have those sounds close to every 15 sensors. You would have to have that sound close to those to activate it. So there's a whole, that's what I'm saying. I haven't tried it. You have to wrap your logic around that. But it's feasible. From what I've seen, it's very feasible. I just haven't took the time to mess with it, to experiment with it. But yeah, you could just simply start off by just messing with dispensers and pistons and see what they can do automatically and go from there. I was waiting for it because that clock, that's where I was sitting at before the update with this ancient city, because I heard so many things about the sensors that, like wireless redstone, like, oh my god, that'll solve my whole lighting the lamp problem. What I was using was a gigantic like conveyor belt, and I was pushing this redstone block around the clock face, so it would activate the redstone torches, which will then activate the lamps. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. So like in Java, you can get away with like double pistons, triple piston pushes, but in Bedrock, because of the timing, it doesn't really work, and I was running into a lot of problems. But with the wireless redstone, it would solve a lot of issues, and I was really kind of excited because I could have a giant clock tower. But now, because of the way the sensors work, I have to play with it some more. I gotta play with it some more. So I was going to do that yesterday, but I got involved with what I was doing yesterday. I had to do taxes and stuff yesterday, so I got away from experimenting. We got a little buddy right there, see him? That's why I worry about not going to bed right away. Reason why that zombie's not burning up, he's got armor on. He's going to probably come down to visit it. Oh, he's stuck in that little thing. Oops, that's too much. Trying to save as much wood as I can. Alright, let's take a gander. It's not too bad. You're obviously not going to see it from the ground unless I guess at a distance maybe. But if I light that up, you'll definitely see it from the ground if I light it up somehow. But see, I'll do the same thing on that column, and that way you'll have a little face inside here to use for where the zombie's at, to use for a clock face, which would be lit up gigantically. You definitely would see that from the ground. Under here's got to be lit up too. That shadow from that blimp is gigantic. Alright, let's see if... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me see. Let me go on the ground here, or the deck. You kind of can see it. Got to do it over here too. See, when I get that copper, the railings will go a little higher up on this when I put the copper railings on. It's like a chain. He set the Enigma man set it up like a chain that goes around like a chain trim of copper blocks. And then I think this is the stern, and then you would have like a propeller back here. I think it'd be on the blimp, not on the ship, but it's going to be on the blimp, a big propeller. And then there's a bow spritz in the front, which is like a column of wood that goes straight up from the front, like a pulpit, right up here, like this, and it goes straight up. That's another little trim area too. Okay, let's see if I can see. Watch, if I throw a snowball down, watch, it'll activate a particular sensor. Watch, see that last one? So if I have a dispenser that shoots this, it'll activate that, which will then see, like the clock face would be like 3 lamps. Let me see, 3 lamps on the side, 3 lamps on the top, 3 lamps on the side, 3 lamps on the bottom. But if you want to make a gigantic face, you would have to, for each lamp, you would have to add like 4 lamps to the one, if you know what I'm saying. And then if I have this one, like the 15th, well, you would have to make it these guys in a circle around the lamps. Instead of a line, they would be in a circle pattern, and then they would have to be activated by a dispenser or whatever that makes the sound, and hopefully it's close enough that it'll turn them on. I don't know. Where was, okay, I gotta add this stuff here. So let me get out my shulker and skulker. There's some awesome words right there. See, watch, it lights that one. If you pick it up, it lights that one. If you put it down, it lights that one. Love that. I need to put this away. Oh, darn it. Oh, and today's Wednesday, so if you're into Star Wars Bad Batch, that's on today. Unfortunately, the Halo series only had, I think, 8 episodes, which is kind of a downer, but it's nice. I mean, they did quality. I appreciated what they did with the Halo series. It was pretty good. If you're into Halo, they left. Well, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it's really cool. You gotta check it out. See the bed. Is it the same as this? Yeah. So if you break something, it'll. No, that's not the same. If I put a shulker down, though, it's not the same. It's not activating the same one. Come on. That glitch is so ridiculous. Alright. Oh, it is. It is the same one. It's driving me nuts. Is it? Yeah, it is. So it's these two. When you put something down, it activates that one. When you pick something up, it activates that one. And you have to be at a certain amount of distance to it. If you go too far away, it won't activate. Watch. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, it didn't activate. You have to be. There you go. That's pretty far. Wow. See, it didn't stop. Right there is too far. That's the limit. But if I go over here, it activates. That's pretty good. See, that's called wireless redstone, man. That's some good stuff. Alright, we're going to lay our column down. Let me check the audio. Column down. Alright. I already got the stone. Okay, I got the stone out. Just got to pull it out. It could be more decorative. Like, you could make these like bricks and all that, but yeah. 1, 2, 3. It's about 3 blocks. That way you can just hold the button down. Goes fast. Ooh. Shoot. Yeah, I don't want that. I'm afraid that if I forget about it, somehow I fall down the chute, that would be the end of me. Cool thing about this, these blocks, when I was digging out iron forges, that's where all these, what is it, cobble deep slate, that's where it's all coming from. If you use your silk touch, digging that out, it's just deep slate. If you use your pick, it turns into cobble deep slate. So like regular cobblestone recipes, you can use cobble deep slate for, which is pretty cool. And of course, I think you can get bricks out of this or something like that too. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Okay, now I'm stuck. What the hey? Ooh. Why am I hearing a zombie? See? No. I was gonna say there's no platform up there. I'm definitely hearing them though. Let's see what happens. Oh, there is one. Son of a gun. See, that's what I'm saying. I thought this was lit, but I guess not enough. Ooh. Holy moly, that's really it snapped me out of my drowsiness. It just woke me up a lot. That's why it's always good to be crouched. Always make sure you're crouched, man. I think I went too high. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go down and pick up that one block that I left down there. We'll add wood to this. See if I can get the snow blocks. Okay. I'll tell you one thing though, that's why it's kind of meditative. Playing Minecraft, it makes you slow down. You want to do like a lot of things at once, and you just simply can't. You have to take it one step at a time. And that can get frustrating. But when you see what you can accomplish, man, that's not bad. Let me fly down and grab that. I'm really anal with that, so let's go get that. Ooh. And pick up our supplies. Get that one snow block, or stone block. There we go. Maybe some snow too. All right. And bada boom. There we go. All right. Well, let's get rid of this stuff. That way I have some extra wood. Alrighty then. Not too shabby. Alright. Starting to look like this shit. Let's do a fly around. Right? He colored this like if you see that square in the center, that rectangular square in the center, he colored that. That was like a bluish green, like an aquamarine color. Like, I guess it's wool, I suppose, or dyed concrete, but it was like a bluish green. This whole center strip was blue green. It was really nice. We have a zombie. He has blue green. Pretty cool. I like it. It's we call it. It's autistic and functional. What was that? There's a term for functional something. Oh my god, my brain. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's gonna drive me nuts. Architects say function versus. Okay, now my Google's stuck. Form should follow function. That's right. Form versus function. In other words, art versus practicality, or decoration versus practicality. There you go. Check my volume. Yeah, form versus function. That's an architect's vision. So when architects build stuff, it's supposed to be pleasing to the eye, but at the same time functional. It has to serve a function. Look at our little buddy out there, our little guard. We have a guard. You hear the creepers? Listen. I guess they're only talking when I'm talking. They make that hissing sound. Oh, I can fly down. What am I doing? Ooh, whoa, no! How you like that? Oh, man. I almost bit the big one right there. Where is that? There we go. Okay, we're gonna need wood, spruce. Might not have enough spruce, but hey, man, we do what we do. Let's put this snow down so we can put the raw rot flesh there. Put the snow there. That's the other thing too. I gotta work on that library down there too, under the honor hall, so we can have enchanted books. All right, we're gonna go. Okay. Ooh, I gotta fill that hole in. That's not good. I see that drop down here. It does not make me feel good. If you don't hit those wings fast enough, man, splat. Alright, let's put that one in there just to keep this safe. Alright, and we'll grab a little shut-eye and see where it takes us. Alright, we just go from the center out. And oh boy. This side's a little different than that side. This blends into the snow. I might have to go another level down. Ooh, okay. Oh no! Yeah, see, that's what. That's why it's good to have a totem of undying in your back pocket, buddy. Ooh, I crouched over the same block that I broke. Yikes, that was not fun. Let's see if I have another totem. I might not. I might have used them all up. God. Uh-oh, something just dropped. I think I have these opened, right? Yeah, they're all opened up, so they should be down below. Aha! How you like that? Moo! Ha, ha, ha. But the only problem is the lightning thing don't work, so I might have to send them all the way to the ground. I love it when these little machines work. I love that. That's so cool. I got to be careful though, because that little hole, they can see, if they make eye contact with you, yeah, they'll blow up. Let me go down here. So this area down here, I'll have fireworks set up, dispensers with fireworks. So when it's at sunset, the fireworks will go off. Totem. Let's see if we have a totem. I might not. I might have ran out by now. Nope, I have one left. Just one. Next stream, we'll do a raid next stream. Get more totems. Always keep like a emergency pet, like one shulker to have like your emergency stuff, your backups. So you never without. Yeah, I'm definitely not going over there with the creepers. So let's go out this way. I have a little opening that I can hit them with, and if I'm not at that right spot, they'll blow up. So that's not fun. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. You can get a good kind of like you're seeing. I can see like it looks like the Enigma Man stuff. It's getting there. Like the design. So I got to do the same thing over here. I have to go down a little further. See if I wonder if I can fly through that. Nope. I like how it looks up here. See that brown against the white? It looks really cool. I would have to make it thicker though, but I'm not. Oh, Starshine says, holy Christmas. She says, I looked away for 2 minutes and you almost died. What happened? um, I crouched on the same block I broke. So yeah, I have a totem of. I always carry a totem of undying in my offhand for just those emergencies. But this is my last totem, so our next stream I'm gonna have to go do a raid. Okay, this is the finished one. Ours is over. The one we're working on is over here. It's just Minecraft's way of waking me up. That's all. That's all that it was. Alright, I'm going to have to go a little bit lower. Oh, I see. But that's okay, because... Wow. See, this is not really identical to the other side. Oh boy. I don't know. Let's just wander a little bit here. There's going to be a gap if I don't put that snow in there. I have no choice at this point. It's alright. Wish I had better control where I can fly through that hole, but I can't. Now I know there's no word as can't, but in that instance, I don't see a better solution. Okay. Check the audio again. Nice. Alright, yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to put snow to cover that gap. I always go to the wrong side. Alright. So... it's kind of frustrating. But let's see. Just have to go with it. Go with the flow. Let me get a... There we go. Got some snow here. Yeah, I don't need a gap in here, but see, that's... It is what it is, but... Gotta keep the three-dimensional look without blending in. But I can't have no gaps either, so you can see through. It might change as I go up. Maybe not. Ay, ay, ay. Let me get a torch. It's kind of dark in here. Alrighty. Bear with me, guys. So, you know, you gotta be flexible as you're building stuff like this. Unless you're very tight on the plan. Doesn't tend to go as expected. I get more satisfaction out of that than having it perfectly planned. That's kind of boring. Alright, so we're going to go up. Put a block in here, so this is not opened up. Put a block here. Up. and out. Okay. Okay, it's starting to come together. Right. Knock this out. That. Okay. And over and up. Over again. Like that. Over and up. Over and up. Over and up. Over and up. I used to watch Avamance, and I love watching him do his builds because he would actually like count out the blocks and do the same thing like I was doing, over and up, over. Oh my god, it's like hypnotism. But yeah, I love Avamance's streams. Check him out. He's on YouTube, and I believe he's on Twitch too. Avomance, Avamance. He's a really cool person and fun person to watch. Do builds and stuff like that. He's really funny too. Okay, I think this is it. Yep, and we just go over and up and over. There we go. And actually, let's try to save the wood. So let's go here. Up, over. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can make it smoother by not making it so choppy like I'm doing it, but I'm trying to save wood, and you really can't see it unless you're up here. You get the impression from down below. That's how art usually is, from far away and not up close. Let's be consistent, shall we? Right. Boop. And then we're just going to work our way across. Oop. Not like that. Boy, that's pretty wide, eh? Better watch out. Could have a guest up here in no time. Alright, and there. Then we just have to go down below and meet this section up here. And we're good. We don't have a whole lot of wood left, so it's not going to be 100%. Oh, I guess I can't get up there. Well, let's see. Well, actually, I'm going to have to fly down. No, I have to do it from the inside. That's right, I have to do it from the inside of this blunt. Let me turn that snowballs into blocks. Give me some more room. That's right, I have dark oak, so it'll get me a little further. I think it's that side. Yep. Alright. Okay. Here, and then how many blocks down did I go? Like 2? I think I did like 2. So not that one, but then one below that, like here. fill this in with snow so there's no gap. It's not supposed to be like that, but like I said, I didn't make it exact, this plan, so this side's not exactly like that side over there. Alrighty, and we're going to go up. Look, it's snowing. Guess most of you guys out there in the north probably had your fill of snow for this year. And there might be folks out there that just like it. So let's go with that. Me, on the other hand, yeah, I'm in Florida. I like visiting snow. I just don't like being there for 6 months with it. That's all. I'm sure if I learned, maybe, like, I don't know. I saw these guys on YouTube up in Michigan and Alaska. That doesn't look bad, but I just remember what I went through. It wasn't horrible. It's just it gets monotonous. Let me go pick up that piece of wood. We're gonna probably have to go get more spruce in order to finish that. We might get lucky enough to get lightning, but like I said, it doesn't strike up there. It only strikes down here. And the other issue is I forgot. I guess it's over here. Where did that wood fall? Over here? No, it was underneath of it. It was underneath. Let me climb up here. Darn it. Uh-oh. Should be over here somewhere. I didn't pick it up, did I? No. Where is it? Well, my rocket's out. Collect the snow. That poor dark oak went bye-bye. Let's see. Because once I start flying really fast, it's hard to... Observe was on the... Ooh, I saw something over here. Oh, I thought I did. Maybe it's down further on that side. Maybe it was over here. In the water? Yep. And let's do a fly around one more time. Then we'll have to go get some more spruce. Oop. That's not too shabby. See that center square right there? That could be a clock face right in there. I love that, how that brown goes against that white. It looks really nice. The tavern's like that. See, I gotta finish that section here. That's pretty much the flying ship. Oh, I mean not completely, but that's the general idea of what it's supposed to look like. But if you look at the picture by Enigma Man, you'll see all the trim and stuff. It looks really neat. It's got fins on it, all kinds of neat stuff. The outer side of this is all decorated up and all. Pretty good stuff. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't get rid of this chute, because I might have to send those creepers down here to the ground in order for the lightning to charge them. Someone said 120 blocks, but I don't know. I've tried. I just can't get the lightning to strike. I know I said that word can't, but eh. Alright, let's go down and get the spruce and finish that little section. I think we're going to call it a stream. And we'll be picking this up again on Friday. And of course, all my live streams go up on YouTube. My YouTube channel, The Big Red 1967. So I have over 400 episodes since last June when I started this world. So if you wanted to see what this portion of land looked like when I first spawned in, go back to June, my very first episode, and you'll see. You'll see me enter this world. Okay, we're gonna have to go over here. Let me just get like one stack of spruce, and that should finish up that section. We're gonna have to really start hunting for copper. I'm gonna have to start looking for a lot of like a copper vein, copper mines, so we can finish this ship the proper way. I'm gonna have to shine the copper so it doesn't oxidize. I got a honey farm for that, or wax, I should say. Put this out. Collect this new. Put the bones in here because I could definitely use that for the tree, the bone meal. Put the bones in here. Alright, let's grab. Yeah, let's grab that. I'm going to mute this for a little bit because I live in an apartment complex and the maintenance guys, landscapers, are here. So there's a lot of engines running, so they're getting close. I'm going to mute this, and when we get done, we'll talk again. Alright, so we got our stack. I just got to collect it now, and we'll put on that last section. In fact, since we didn't do a whole lot today, I'll show you guys the North Pole City. The reason why we collect, or I collect, I say we, so I like to include you guys. I'm single player playing here, but I like to say we, so I like to include you guys in what I'm doing, because you're watching what I'm doing. So, but yeah, I'm making a city called the North Pole City from Polar Express, and I have a giant Christmas tree there. So hopefully by next Christmas, I'll have enough leaves to make that full tree. It's gigantic. You'll see it when we get out there today. Before I end the stream, you'll see it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Polar Express, and I was like, boy, that'd be a really cool thing to build in Minecraft. And players already done it already. It already does exist. So if you go on YouTube, you can actually see the Polar Express built in Minecraft already. But that's what I wanted to. Just like Disney World or Disneyland, you can actually see that already built in Minecraft, and there's tutorials on how to do it. So I mean, if you're into model making, man, there's lots of things. Only your imagination is the limit of what you can build in Minecraft. I've seen the thing on YouTube for the Enterprise, the literal Enterprise, a gigantic Enterprise. I think it's like the scale. I forget what the scale measurement was, but it's. I think it's to scale to your character, so you can imagine it's gigantic. It's on. I think it was one of the back in when Minecraft first came out. Someone who's into model making did it, or Legos did it. And if you go on YouTube, look up the Enterprise, Minecraft Enterprise, you'll see it. It's gigantic. It takes up like a lot of chunks in Minecraft, or a lot of a huge block area. It's gigantic. The same thing can be said for 2B2T. It's 2 Bravo 2 Tom, or 2 Tango, the number 2. They built a ship, space station in the end, and it encompasses the entire end. It's amazing. You have to see that. It's called oh, my brain, Valkyrie, Space Valkyrie, Space Valkyrie, 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 Space Valkyrie. And you know, of course, the inner ring, where you have the obsidian rings, and if you vanquish the dragon, you get a gateway. And I think Bedrock Edition, you can only do it 20 times, so you'll get 20. The limit is 20 gateways. And for every gateway, if you go 1,000 blocks out away from that gateway, there'll be a twin to that gateway, because if you go through that gateway, that's where you pop out. Their space station encompasses all of that. So the gateways, the one close and the one far out, are all inside of this space station. You can literally walk from one gateway 1,000 blocks to the other gateway. It's amazing, amazing. And it's just like 2001: Space Odyssey, the circular type of space station, or Deep Space Nine. And so for every level, there's a platform where you have stuff inside of it, like, you know, a village or a city. It's really super cool. I mean, you have to look at it. There's another Minecrafter named Fate, or Thete, Thete. He did the same thing in the end, called the Void Station. It's in the end, and it's immense. It's gorgeous. Him and a few other Minecrafters, they do a real interesting. I use scaffolding to go from one level to the next, or stairs. They have a way of using water, not bubble elevator, but water, that you can swim to your next level, you know, or platform. It's really cool. One of these days, I'll build it in my world so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's really pretty fascinating how they do that. Oh, I need more rockets too. I don't think 2B2T streams anymore. That was they were a server, but Theet streams on Twitch. So if you're curious, go check out Theet. He's really cool, real nice guy. I think he plays on Java Edition though. That doesn't mean he's not a bad streamer. He's really cool. All the Java guys are great. Check them out, as well as the Bedrock guys like Silent Whisper. He's Bedrock. Now Bedrock doesn't mean like console. You can do Bedrock on PC too. And now since Microsoft obtained Mojang, you can do Java and Bedrock either on PC, which is really cool. Darn it, I really wanted to do that. Okay. I thought I was going to be slick and just slide right in there. There we go. You think a creeper's going to come down? Let's see. I like that little purple window I popped in there. Sometimes you can. That's why I'm saying I need to do this check to see if I have the AFK spot, the right spot, and the distance away. Because if you do it just the right spot, you'll get like a gazillion mobs. Alright, might as well use this little piece of dark oak. Put that in here. And then we have to go out again. Put the let's get a block of snow. Put the oak here, or spruce here. Bed there, and we'll bring down this block because I knew I popped too many of these out. There we go. Alright. We're going to out and up. 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 Okay. Oh, I guess I'm all the no. Interesting. Okay. Up. I don't want to blend in with that snow. There we go. So go out and up. Out and up. I think this is finally the outside here. Okay, one more time. And then we can just go all the way up till we meet. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess it's all the way up top. Alright. There we go. Alright. We did it! If I had that button, you hear the cheers. Alright, let's get the rocket. Well, I got the rocket out. Let's go do a fly around. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally put in the straps for the blimps, and now the blimp don't unattach from our ship. And we got a little guard up there. Let's go by and visit our guard. Look at that. Smile. And let's go this way. Where is he? I'm gonna get bad karma for this. He's gonna smack me. Oh. Come on. There we go. Just a couple of construction workers doing their job. That's all. Alright. There you go, folks. Let's go up top. See how it looks from up here. Not too shabby. There you go. Form and function. Conjunction function. What's your function? What? That's Schoolhouse Rock, if you guys didn't know. Look that up on YouTube. Schoolhouse Rock. Awesome, awesome series from the 70s, from ABC on the 70s. Saturday morning cartoons that teach you something. Alright, let's go down and I'll grab those leaves and I'll show you the North Pole City that's currently under construction as my chunks slowly render in. Can I make the hole? 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 Bada bing. Friday's stream will probably do a raid. I'm out of, as you noticed today, I'm out of totems now. Totems of Undying. Let's go check our librarians. We have a rocket that I just wasted. We have Merlin and Billy. And once I open these walls up, these fine gentlemen can get out here and stretch. Until then, it's villager proof. Sorry, guys. Let's do a like this. Let me see. Let me see. Can I both in? I can't. All right. Bye, guys. Nope. Bye, guys. All right. Let's get those leaves. My backside is actually attached to this chair. Starshine says, is Polar Express a movie? Of course it is. It's an animated movie. Go check out Disney Plus, or I don't know if it's on Disney Plus, but you can check it out on any of your digital movie services. It's out there. Polar Express, fantastic movie. It's based on a children's story, I guess from the early 2000s. I suppose it's from the early 2000s or the 90s. It's called Polar Express, and the artistry or the art or the illustration they did within the novel, Robert Zemeckis, the director from and writer from Back to the Future, him and Tom Hanks animated the illustration. So what you would see in the novel or the book, the story, the illustration, you see in the movie. It's fantastic. They did motion capture. And believe it or not, only a few actors did all the characters. All because of motion capture. It's fantastic. Zemeckis did that movie, and he also did A Christmas Carol or Scrooge with Jim Carrey. And that's definitely Disney. And you can also check that out on the Disney Channel or digital. You can download it on digital. But both of those was motion capture. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it in here, the wood, for now. And then we're going to collect these leaves. I'll show you what the North Pole City looks like. So in the movie, they actually have this, the city of where Santa Claus is at, allegedly, and it's all out of like red brick. It's fantastic. And so I was trying to duplicate that by using a basalt generator and adding red brick in there. That way you don't have to, like we did with this blimp, block by block. You can just use the basalt generator. Well, gives you like, I think it gives you like 6 blocks in a horizontal line. It just keeps laying 6 blocks at a time down, and as it runs across, you'll have a platform within a couple of minutes. You'll have a complete platform. The way I made the bridge out here of this base, I'll show you, is how that machine is what I used for making the ground for the North Pole City. You'll see when I come out here, the bridge. The bridge is thinner. I made the flying bridge much wider, so the platform is much bigger. But yeah, when I get out here, I'll show you. And then we'll take a quick jaunt over to North Pole City. Guess it's getting near nighttime again. Let me see. So, if you see this bridge here, this was made by the basalt generator. So this is really all basalt, technically. So if you want to make a flying machine that lays down, not only does it lay down a platform, you can actually make it where it designs a railing too. It'll pull up. It'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I guess it is the same machine. It has 6, but in this machine, the 2 outer block or the blocks on the outside, it'll pull up to make a railing going across. And you can build this in the nether too. That way, you don't have to worry about lava. You just sit in the machine and it builds a platform, a bridge across the lava, which is really cool. Let's go grab some shut-eye, and then I'll show you the city. Starshine says, gotta check it out after the stream then. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, you'll love it. I believe oh my god, my brain. What's his name? Josh. What's his name? Let me see here. Josh Brolin or Grolin? Polar Express. Josh Grolin. Groban. Groban. Josh Groban. Yeah, he does a great song in the theme song for Polar Express. Believe, and it's almost like in the United States, like it's becoming a Christmas classic now. You would hear that around the Christmas carols. They play the theme from Polar Express. And if I'm not mistaken, in the same another Zemeckis animated movie, A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, the famous opera singer. Oh God, what is? Let me figure out what his name. God, opera singer in Christmas Carol. Andrea Bocelli, and he does God Bless Us Everyone, the theme song for A Christmas Carol, which is really good. He's an incredible opera singer, yeah. And if you don't know who this guy is, this is Mr. Beelzefrog. He gets all of our frog lights from the magma cubes that tend to pop up here. This is the nether, my nether hub, so the wall's got to be lined with this, and I have yet to finish this, among other things. Let's fly down here real quick, and I'll show you the North Pole City. Right here. I need to put signs up so I remember which cavern goes where. Let me check the audio. Okay, so far so good. Batting 1,000 today with the audio. Usually you get this crackling static sound in the background. Alright, so this is the North Pole City. It's built on top of a mushroom island, if you're familiar with Minecraft. A mushroom island has mycelium growing instead of grass. It's mycelium. So you can see this top layer here. It's basically mushrooms. The whole island. And it's mob proof. Mobs can't spawn on this island because of the mycelium. So you have brown mushrooms and red mushrooms and mushrooms. If you have a wood bowl, instead of getting milk from these guys, you'll get suspicious stew, which is good. It makes you satisfies the hunger, and also has like a little bit of an enchantment. If you feed them a particular flower, you'll get a little bit of an enchantment from that stew that has that particular flower. So if you're curious about that, Google mushroom cows and enchanted stews. Yeah, and they'll give you the recipe for that. Yeah, and so what I did was basically made a platform over top of the island to build the North Pole City. Now originally I was using red brick, which is a lot in the movie, but it's on the buildings per se and not the ground. And I was just putting it down to get inspired to keep doing this. So what I have done, just like that bridge, I made a flying machine that lays 6 blocks horizontally all the way out. Once you get to the end, then you start over again and put the next 6 block or the next machine next to it and fly out again. And I'm hoping by next Christmas we have enough platform that I can actually start making the buildings in here. I think the machine is, well, this is one end, one side. It's over top of iceberg biome, or an ice biome. There's the flying machine, I think. No, I have no clue where the flying machine's at. I might have taken it apart to use the machinery. Oh no, there it is. So here's the flying machine. I forget the Minecrafter who made this, but it's fantastic. So you basically, I think it's packed ice, or no, it's blue ice. I think you take blue ice and soul soil or soul sand. I think it's soul. I want to say soul soil and blue ice and lava. And as this thing moves out or flies out, the lava hits the ice and the soul soil, and it produces basalt. So for every time it moves out, you get a row of 6 blocks of basalt. And it'll go infinitely. It will not stop. As long as there's nothing blocking it, it'll go on forever. So you just have to decide how long you want it and put some obsidian down on the end, and it'll stop. And then when you're done, you build the machine next to it, next to the platform, and then you just keep increasing the size of your platform, like I did over here. You just keep making it wider until, before you know it, you have a whole ground area, I guess you could say. The reason why I built it over top of this the mushroom island just happened to be here next to this ice biome. I like the idea of the ice and the polar city, but it's a plus because mobs won't spawn here because of the mycelium. So it's kind of mob proof in a way. So you can fill this whole thing up with villagers without worrying them turning into zombie villagers. And on top of it, there is a I forget where, but somewhere around here is a ocean monument on the outskirts of this. I forget exactly what spot, so I need to work on that too. So the idea is, with the leaves that I'm saving, is that I'm adding them to this tree. So hopefully by next Christmas there should be a tree here. See how tall that is? I want to make it as tall as that. So I'm going to raise this level so high and then go in until it meets that center spot. The problem I did was when I originally made this tree, I made a connector, and on that bottom level, instead of me getting rid of that connector, I kept using it. Now I got to get rid of all this extra leaves. But for now, let's just show you how I'm doing this. So I get to the spot where I left. It's kind of like, we call that like quilting or knitting. It's kind of the same idea. See how this is extra? I don't really need this in here. It's just because you can't see it from the outside. So what I did was I've been trying to get rid of those and saving it, but I won't do that now. Okay, where did I leave off? I guess over here. So you go to like I think it's oval pattern website for Minecraft on the net, or Pixelator, and it'll tell it the diameter of the circle or ellipse you're trying to make, and it'll show you the pattern. See, that shouldn't be there. I gotta get rid of that, but I'm not going to do that right now. Alright, and I'm down to one totem, so I don't want you guys to see me get smushed on the bottom down there. What I need to do is, in order to break that without killing myself on the end, is I have to make like a pool of water down there, so that way I don't get smushed. Starshine says, looks really cool. Hope you can do it until next Christmas. Me too. That's a lot of blocks, eh? It'll happen. It'll happen. If not this, at least some of the buildings, maybe. You know, it's not the destination, it's the journey. But yeah, so that's the idea. Just fill it all the way in, go all the way around. I use glowstone that you can get from the from a witch farm, or witches drop those, or you can get it from the nether. You can pick up glowstone, and I'm trying to use that. Also, redstone lamps. You can go on YouTube, and they have tutorials of how to make Christmas lights using redstone lamps, and that's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Let me put my leaves. Where did I put them last time? I think I put them in here. Wow, that's all filled up. Here we go. So I just put the, oop, not that. Put the extra leaves in there. I'm getting hungry, and my backside is getting really attached to this chair. I should stand part of the stream, so that way I don't lose circulation. But yeah. Alright guys, let me put this in here. We'll find a raid, and I'll find you guys back here again on Friday as the sun slowly set. Let me turn around this way so you can see the sun setting. There you go. Take off the helmet. Wow, the wings are almost about dead. Alright, let's see if I can find you guys raid. Forzen's on. I'm just curious to see if Pixel let me see if Pixel Risk is on. No. It was really cool that one day, he's a pretty well-known Minecrafter, Pixel Risk. He's from England. I think he's from England, either there or Wales. But yeah, he's not on today. He had the nice circumstance to find him a couple weeks ago online. Alright, Forzen's playing. He's a pretty good streamer, I should say. Not just a Minecrafter, but a streamer. So he's doing content warning or something. I don't understand what that is. But check him out, and I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, wow, that's close. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you then. Oh, I gotta wait. Give it a couple more seconds. We're almost in there. We're almost in there. Hold on. Almost. And now we're in there. Have a great day, guys.